justice has an expiration date. We like to believe that the truth is a permanent fixture, that a crime committed today will leave a trail that leads forever to a cell door. But there is a darker reality hidden behind the heavy steel doors of our legal system. There is a graveyard for human justice, a place where secrets go to be buried, not by choice, but by bureaucracy. When a case moves from active to archived, it isn't always because the trail went cold. Sometimes it's simply because the system ran out of shelf space. Think of it as the deep web of the physical world. While we scroll through digital databases, the most profound mysteries of our history are rotting in basements, tracked in microfilm, and hidden in geographic pockets across the country. The infrastructure of justice is fragmented. If you're looking for a bankruptcy record from New York, you might find yourself staring at a wall in Kansas City. If you're searching for records from Puerto Rico or the Virgin Islands, the trail leads to Philadelphia. It's a geographical shell game. For an investigator, it's a treasure hunt. For a criminal, it's a sanctuary. To find the truth, you have to understand the 15-year rule. This is the invisible line in the sand. Once a case crosses this threshold, it often loses its digital pulse. It migrates from sleek servers to physical print. It moves from the palm of a detective's hand to a reel of microfilm. In these archives, the context begins to decay. We lose the handwritten marginalia of a tired detective. We lose the physical layout of the evidence room. We lose the human connection to the crime. We are left with data points in a vacuum. The archives don't just hold murders and frauds. They hold the unexplainable. They house the files on UFO sightings, urban legends, and cases of unexplained amnesia. It is a taxonomy of mystery where the criminal and the supernatural sit side by side on the same shelf. But how do you actually get in? You can't just Google the truth of a 30-year-old disappearance. The federal archives are guarded by a gatekeeper of metadata. To unlock a file, you need the specific year, the last 2 digits, and the exact case number. Without those keys, the door remains locked. You have to navigate a formal request process, a bureaucratic gauntlet that separates the public from the past. It is a deliberate friction. It asks a silent question: do you really want to know what's inside? This brings us to the most chilling aspect of the archived case: the forgotten fugitive. Imagine a person who committed a crime decades ago. They are on a wanted list, but the case is archived. The system isn't actively looking for them anymore. They aren't in the daily briefs. They aren't on the active patrol screens. They become a ghost in the machine. They exist in the system, but the system has moved on. They are a line of text in a box in Philadelphia, waiting for a human being to be curious enough to find them. There is a growing crisis in the world of archiving: data decay. As we rush to digitize the past, we are creating a new kind of silence. When a physical file is scanned, the feeling of the evidence is stripped away. The frantic scrawl of a witness's statement becomes a sterile font. The physical weight of a crime scene photo is replaced by a few kilobytes of data. What happens to the physical evidence when the record is digitized? Does it stay in a warehouse? Does it get sold? Does it simply vanish? We are trading the tangible for the accessible, but in the process, we might be losing the very soul of the investigation. The secret infrastructure of justice is a labyrinth designed to hold the weight of our collective sins. It is a massive, sprawling library of what-ifs. It is where the headlines die and the paperwork lives. Every time a case is archived, a piece of the truth is put into a deep freeze. It stays there, preserved in a state of permanent limbo, until someone with the right metadata, the right persistence, and the right amount of curiosity decides to turn the key. The truth is still there. It's just waiting for someone to look in the right box. If you could unlock one archived case from your own town's history, one name that the world has moved past, which one would you choose? Or are some secrets better left in the dust?